Good morning, people. I just landed in your town.
Welcome to the podcast that's number one on your drunk dial list. Hashtag just saying. I went old school.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Tara.
Oh, I'm Sean.
Thank you for joining us again.
Yay.
Special thanks. Last week, I made a quick beg. I begged a little bit. You gotta, sometimes. Mm-hmm. I made a quick beg to everybody to go and listen to the previous week's episode. And they did.
Yay, thank you.
I know. Now I'm going to have to beg you to go listen to last week's episode. Because I think everybody was focused on the previous one.
Watch them all.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Watch them all.
Check them all out. But last week's was really funny. And I think you'll enjoy it. This week's is funny, I think.
We don't know yet.
We're going to find out together.
Together again.
We'll find out together. It'll be great.
Woo.
Yes, I took some Mucinex again before the show.
Yay.
Sean's happy about it. I'm indifferent.
I tried to get her to take NyQuil, but...
Because I'd fall asleep on the mic. Collapse on air. I'm not doing that.
I like to see her start slurring her words and shit
Slurring?
like she's drunk.
Well, if that's the case, I could actually just drink.
Why don't you?
Why don't you?
We're in your house.
We are in my house.
You don't have to drive anywhere. You just gotta make it from here to there.
I don't, but I haven't drank in about 11 years.
What's wrong with you? Get
started.
Get it started.
Well, I have a friend who has a problem, and he didn't have any sober friends to hang out with, so I stopped drinking so that he would have a sober friend. And I was actually more of like a social drinker, so it really...
That?
No, I don't actually. I don't miss it. Actually, I don't miss it.
It'd be nice to do it once in a while.
I could do it once in a while if I chose.
Yeah, every Friday.
Thirsty Thursdays. Boom.
Hey, if I didn't have to drive home after this, I'd say
Shut.
I'd get us special glasses. And
Oh, God.
maybe I'd have a Long Island or something.
Toast to America. Yeah. It's, you know what? I had kind of a weird week. And, it's not like anything happened. It was just weird in the terms of,
Weird. Strange.
It was weird in the terms of, you know those, I don't know if you ever had those weeks where you're just, it's almost like you're in a little bubble. And you're just kind of floating around. And, nothing, and this is kind of, I don't mean this in a gross way, but, nothing penetrates your bubble. My bubble had zero penetration. Sean's pink. It's so funny. I just mean that nothing upset me. Like I said, I've
She actually had a good week.
I had an indifferent week. I had just a indifferent week. It was just straight line. At work, there have been layoffs, and so there's been some stress there. And this week, I felt nothing. I was numb. Numb. That's a better word. I was numb all week.
And the end of your week, your boss wasn't even in today.
My boss was not in today.
That's always a good day at work.
I'm not going to say either way because the people that I work with are still hell-bent on trying to find this podcast. And I'm afraid one day that it will happen.
It will.
So but what's funny though is that if they really wanted to try, they could.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all over my my personal social media.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if they wanted to find it, it would be easy to find.
Should be very easy.
I feel like they're not really trying. They're just threatening me.
Yeah. They're probably just haven't found it.
Excuse me. It's like they think I'm just, I just trash talk them all day. Like, they think I, like, hit
Oh, you do that here.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like they think I trash talk them on the show, and I very rarely talk about people by name. So, I try not to, actually. Actually? I try not to. It's better that way.
Yeah, we trash talk the bathroom, too.
It's less litigious. The bathroom at work is insane. People just go crazy. There's like
signs lately?
Nobody's added signs, but I wanted to add a sign that said, "Can we stop posting signs?"
Can we stop with the signs, please?
Can we stop with the signs? We're all adults. We shouldn't be told to flush the toilet. I mean, you shouldn't have to tell somebody. Flush the toilet, don't make a mess. I don't know what to say.
Clean up after yourself.
Yeah. It's like, come on. Where you living?
Revenge poop!
Revenge poop. Gross. So, I got I'm going to touch on this real quick. I'm going to dip a toe in the pool of this and then run back to the cabana. I love that analogy. I'm going to use it always now. I got my God of War game last week. I was able to really crack it open Friday night. I played for a couple hours. Friday night, now usually Jay and I go to bed at the same time, right?
That's what couples usually do.
Usually. I'm on the left, he's on the right. And Friday night, he has to get up early for work on Saturday, and sometimes I have to get up, sometimes I don't. This was a clear Saturday for me, so I had my Saturday cleared just so I could game on God of War. I was like, I got one thing I got to do. I'm going to get up and do that, and then gaming. So I started playing Friday night, and like he was sitting there watching me, and then he goes, "I'm going to go to bed." Like that was like the first time in a long time we haven't gone to bed at the same time. Because I've been like, yeah, I'm going to keep playing. I played for like 2 hours after he went to bed.
That's a great time to play.
Good night.
It's a great time to play.
Yeah, the house was quietish. Because Daisy's like running around. But, so I think I'm halfway through. A little more than halfway through. And I've played like, I want to say every chance that I've had. I played Tuesday night after dinner. I recorded another show, so it was like I had to deal with that. And then Wednesday, I played after I like ran home, had like the fastest dinner, and just went and played. And then Thursday, that I usually hang out with a friend of mine.
Hi, Tina.
She had car trouble, and she's like, "I can't make it," and I'm like, "Oh, that's so sad." And in my head, I'm like, gaming night.
Sorry, Tina.
So Tina knows. So I played Thursday night too. I was like, oh yeah. My main thing was I wanted to get way ahead of my nephew because he has the game too.
A race.
Yeah, I wanted to, and I was way ahead of him, and then he had today off.
Oh, you prick.
So he was gaming like all day and texting me. He was texting me like,
"Guess how far I am."
Yeah, he's like, "Where did you do this yet?" And I'm like, "Yup." And then he texts me, "Did you do this?" "Yup." And then he's like, "Did you get past this?" "Yup." "Sup?" And then before I left work, he sent me a text and he goes, "I think he finished it. If he didn't finish it, he got way ahead of me." And he goes, "Yeah, it gets," what did he say? "It gets weird and really hard." And I'm like, oh. Harder than it's been? Because there have been some things that have been like, oh. Because God of War is not just like a slasher game. They like to put little puzzles in there and make you try to think. And that's exactly what I need. It's like sometimes, like, I've had to walk away from the game because between the puzzle and then having to beat these bosses at the end of the levels, I'm just like, oh, I can't. I need to walk away.
I'm here to play. I don't want to think.
Yeah. Why are you making me think? I think you need easier puzzles.
I think I don't want to think.
Yeah.
I think I want to play.
So, that's all I'm going to talk about it because I don't know. So, Infinity War opened yesterday. Yes, it did.
It was big.
I believe that it was. You're not going to get any spoilers. We have zero information. As of yesterday, I have kicked back my online presence. I'm trying to stay away from Twitter and Instagram and Facebook a little bit because I'm going to see it on Thursday. Not Thursday! Tuesday. I have tickets Tuesday. I got tickets like 2 months ago.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm a nerd. So I got tickets. I'm going Tuesday, so I'm just trying to make sure nobody ruins it for me.
You hear that, people? Don't ruin it for her.
I know! I didn't ruin stuff for you.
Don't be an asshole.
I didn't ruin things for you. Do you want to read this, or you want me to read it? Somebody should read it.
Read it.
You want me to read it?
What is it?
It's...
These are her notes I printed out for her, but I didn't read them.
That's the, we have, since we're talking about Marvel, we have Marvel stuff.
Oh, goody.
Goody. That's one.
Small one.
Yeah, I'm just clearing my throat. Mucinex! Alright, let's do it. Okay. So, Avengers Infinity War, Thursday box office sets new superhero movie record.
So what? Did it beat up Black Panther already?
Oh yeah, by miles.
That was huge too.
Okay.
Wow.
Infinity War is now in theaters, and it's not surprising to hear that Marvel Studios' epic crossover event film is already breaking box office records.
Ooh.
Thanks to big returns on its Thursday night preview showings,
Really big.
Infinity War has already racked up $39 million
Let's rock.
in domestic box office earnings.
Domestically.
The biggest take in superhero movie history. With this achievement, Marvel has now shattered the big Thursday records once held by DC.
Ooh.
Yes. Thanks to big
Nice.
returns. Why did that repeat itself? Okay. So here are your top 4 superhero movies, all right? Avengers Infinity War is now $39 million. The Dark Knight, which was the previous king, was $30.6 million. Okay. Batman vs. Superman was next with Dawn of Justice, $27.7 million. And behind that was Black Panther at number 4 with $25.2 million.
Number 4.
Yeah. With this record-setting preview night, the original box office projections for Infinity War opening, which was $200 million, seem to have blown out of the water. New projections now place the film on track to open somewhere north of $225 million. But the buzz is there's legitimate chance for Marvel to dethrone Star Wars The Force Awakens, which is current holder of the record, the $248 million domestic opening.
Domestically.
So far, The Force Awakens retains the lead with its Thursday opening of $57 million, overtaking Infinity War by a large margin. In fact, the Marvel actually fell short of projections. They projected it to be $45 million. But whether Marvel does or does not beat Star Wars, it's all a big win for Disney, the whore.
Winning!
Who would retain even more top spots for movie openings. So there you go. Avengers Infinity War kicking ass. Not taking any names because it's too busy kicking ass.
Already.
That's right. You love that thing. Sean, we went and got a pre-show meal. Business dinner. And Sean decided he was going to order himself a Happy Meal.
I haven't done that in so many years.
Well, because you're an adult.
Yes. I figured, what the hell?
So he ordered himself a Happy Meal. I was appalled, one, at the size of the drink. Because it's literally like
It's like
this.
a shot glass.
It is like a shot glass. I mean, the burger, I think, was the burger regular size?
Yes.
For a burger? Okay.
It's a regular sized cheeseburger.
Burger regular size. This is your fry. They have a little itty bitty fry cup. You know what it looks like? It looks like a fry thing that would come with like a Barbie.
Yeah.
It looks like a Barbie fry case. I'm trying to like Because we video...
it's maybe like an inch and a half, 2 inches tall.
We videotape the podcast, right? For YouTube. So if you want to check that out. So I'm trying to give like size things. I mean, it's small. It's small.
It's a tiny
It's a baby thing.
baby fry.
It's a baby fry. So I was kind of laughing at it because I'm like, this is ridiculous.
We stood next to the baby drink. And I just put my 4-piece nugget next to it. And baby meal.
It is a baby meal. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to help. I'm not helping.
I'm trying not to let the entire logo show because we're not getting paid to endorse the damn thing.
Screw them. Exactly right. There was maybe, 6 fries in the whole thing? It was like a little bit of fries.
That wasn't even like a handful.
It wasn't. My goodness. I wonder how many little ones it would take to make a big fry. I don't know.
How many licks would it take to get to the center of it?
Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Pop. The wise old owl says 4. All right.
He knows.
He should. So what do you got over here? What do you got happening over here?
Well, mine has to do with some of the NFL draft.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one was kind of funny. Guy named Josh Rawson.
Mm-hmm.
He was the 4th quarterback to be picked, and he was pissed off about it.
Why? Because he was done before?
Yep, I guess he has some kind of an ego if he's pissed off about being 4th picked. To me, be happy anyone picked your ass.
Mm. Did he go to Cleveland? I hope he fucking went to Cleveland.
Arizona Cardinals.
Just as well. Enjoy life.
Yep. He's 6'4", 226. Hometown is in California.
Okay.
Manhattan Beach, California. As of Wednesday, Josh Rawson didn't care who went where, but as of Thursday, he does. Rawson told the Westwood One, whatever that is.
It's a radio network. Westwood One radio network. It's like,
I was going to ask you, how do you know? But
how would I know, Sean? How would I know?
After being picked 10th overall, that Rawson is, quote, pissed off, and that's a quote,
Ooh.
to be the 4th quarterback taken. He added that the 9 players taken in front of him were, quote, mistakes. It's a far cry from simply wanting to be on a team again, but if it gives Rawson extra motivation, so be it. Rawson, Baker Mayfield, and Sam Darnold, and Josh Allen made history by being the first quartet of QBs ever taken within the first 10 picks of any draft.
Okay. He should be happy somebody took him.
Exactly. Stop being a bitch.
Sean's practical advice for anyone who wants to play in the NFL: don't be a bitch.
If I was the owner of Arizona Cardinals and I saw this, I'd go up to him and say, you want me to take that shirt away? Be grateful.
I can tell you right now, his PR team is probably going to have to work overtime for him.
Yep.
I know it. Hang on. Sorry. That's 2. Minimum. There we go.
The other thing I have is just the round 1 picks for the NFL draft.
Okay.
For anyone that's an NFL football fan. Cleveland Browns, number 1, they took Baker Mayfield, QB, from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Sorry.
Number 2 pick, New York Giants.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley, RB, running back.
Yeah, I saw that.
From Penn State. You don't sound thrilled.
Well, I don't know anything about him, so I can't really be like, oh, this is a great pick.
Just wait and see how it turns out.
Yeah, it's all wait and see. And you know what? Just because they got drafted doesn't mean they're going to play.
Mm-hmm.
It's not guaranteed playtime, so...
Well, for him it is. He's on the Giants. The first string's always getting hurt easily, right?
Well, for the wide receivers, yes. Can he receive?
I don't know.
Can he receive as well as he gives, Sean?
I don't know. Let's try the old hammer and nail. Number 3 is the New York Jets with Sam Darnold, another QB from USC. Number 4, Cleveland Browns.
Oh, God, the Cleveland Browns.
Got Denzel Ward as a cornerback from Ohio State.
I feel bad for anybody who gets drafted to the damn Browns. Almost as much as I feel bad for my phone.
Just another damn telemarketer.
Well, you know what? My phone is effed up. And it doesn't... When you hear it, it's just messed up. It doesn't... I was going to shut up so you could hear the noise. Can you hear that? It's weird. The first time, it did that a couple weeks ago. I was home alone, right? I was home alone.
That's going to be still. I know it.
I know. I was home alone. I had just gotten out of the shower. The phone rings, and there's this messed up noise. And I went, ooh, ooh.
I hope it wasn't paranormal.
Yeah, I was freaked for a minute, and then I was like, what's going on with the phone?
At least it was a message saying, hello.
Yeah, I didn't hear I didn't hear a voice through the static or anything.
Hello, Clarice.
Clarice. So, but they were actually working on the lines like 2 days later, and my phone is still jacked up. And I wanted to contact, because it's Verizon, so I wanted to contact Verizon and tell them, and I just haven't had the time.
She's too busy with her game.
Well, you know what? I actually, I'm not offended that people can't leave a message. It's fine. Because anybody who's calling me for an emergency, they're going to call my cell. Mm-hmm. The only people who call my home phone are people who want money. And they deserve to hear static.
Well, we should be calling them. We want money too.
We do. But I don't know if I want their money. So anyway.
Well, if they're calling us for money, then they don't have that much money.
No. Anyway, I feel very badly for anybody who gets signed to the Browns. That's kind of a sad sentence to get.
Number 5 is the Denver Broncos. Oh.
Yeah.
They got Bradley Chubb.
What's up, Chubbs?
The D-end from North Carolina State.
Okay.
Number 6 pick, Indianapolis Colts. They got Quentin Nelson, who's an offensive guard from Notre Dame.
Okay.
7 is the Buffalo Bills. They got Josh Allen as a QB from Wyoming.
I thought Buffalo had a solid QB.
I guess they need a backup.
And I can't recall off the top of my head, so I'll just shut up.
Chicago Bears. The Bears.
Da Bears.
Roquan Smith. He's a linebacker from Georgia. That's
Okay.
Roquan.
Fair enough.
Number 9, San Francisco. Who we haven't seen on our top list in a long damn time. They got Mike Mc...
The best part of this is listening to Sean try and pronounce these guys' names.
Yeah, or any names.
McGlinchey.
There you go. There's an offensive tackle from Notre Dame. That's 2 from Indy.
Oh, Notre Dame.
Let's see. Number 10 is the Arizona Cardinals, who got the prick Josh Rosen, who is nothing but a baby.
For a minute, I thought you meant to say pick, and you said prick instead, but I realized it was deliberate.
No, both right.
Okay.
Pricky
Pricky pick. Pricky pick. Bit of
Miami,
a pricky prick.
Miami Dolphins got, I hope I'm saying this right, Minka Fitzpatrick, who's a safety from Alabama.
Safe! Sorry.
12th pick is Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You got Vita V, who's a deep defensive tackle from Washington.
The Bucks.
Number 13 pick was the Washington Redskins. They got Daron Payne from Alabama.
Feel the pain. If he doesn't come out, if that's not his tagline, feel the pain.
Window pane.
He's not living right.
Ow. Window pane.
Yeah.
That's for the video. You can't even see the damn window.
That's fine.
14's the New Orleans Saints. Yeah. Tara's got the hat on.
I do.
You got Marcus Davenport, the DN from Texas, San Antonio.
I actually get a lot of shit over this hat.
Of course you do.
I get almost as much shit over this hat than I do for my Giants hat. And I have like a hat collection. I like hats. Okay?
Show us the colors in the logo.
The only team I really love is the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else I buy because I either dig the logo or the color. And I get some people who talk shit or they'll compliment the Giants thing. I've had a lot of people say shit to me over the Saints hat. And I'm like, it's not that big a deal. Why you starting something?
Mind your business.
Exactly.
Piss off.
And this was a hat that I got, like, practically free. Yeah, it was, like, basically free.
If something was offered to you for free, wouldn't you take it?
Well, I mean, I picked it out, but it was, like, practically free. And people seem to back off when I say that. It's like, oh, I got it for free. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, well, why does that make it okay?
Now I forgive you.
Why does that
You're
make
forgiven.
it okay? That's weird.
You're forgiven.
Yeah, God bless. I don't know what's wrong with people.
A lot.
Let me tell you, I'm not trying to cut in on your list. We've had like rain for like 2 days straight here.
Like Seattle?
I know, it's like we're fucking Seattle. And people don't know how to drive in the rain. It's like they're treating it like it's snow and it's slick and everybody's gonna die. And it's like, if you just drive accordingly, we'll all be okay.
Should be.
Yeah. All right, I'm done venting now about my hat in the rain. She totally lost his place.
By the way, I looked ahead.
Okay.
The rest of this list, Giants did not get another pick.
Well, that kind of stinks, but what can you do?
15 pick, Oakland Raiders. They got Colton Miller, who's an offensive tackle.
They're still calling it the Oakland Raiders?
At the moment.
Yeah. They'll be moving. Oakland will see them from a distance. Oh my God, that came up on my Spotify shuffle. Because it's on a playlist of mine just for goofs. I have it on there just for goofs, and I've never really listened to the whole thing. Like, whenever she gets to the from a distance, like, I start laughing and I can't handle it.
That's when you change it over.
That came up this week, and I was like, from a distance. Oh, shit. Sorry, I'll shut up. It's the Mucinex. I feel like I'm on ADD.
Number 16 is the Buffalo Bills. They got Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker from Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
17 pick, Los Angeles Chargers. They got Derwin James, who's a safety from my favorite college team, Florida State Seminoles.
Quick pause. I actually just realized a couple of weeks ago, and I think this happened last season. It completely went past me that the Chargers moved to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I was like, when the fuck?
California's got 4 teams.
They do. But they're losing one.
Mm-hmm. At the moment, they got 14.
As of today, they got 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then they'll have 3. And New England has to share one.
Yeah.
That
all
sucks.
6 states have to share one team.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's not right. That's not right at all.
Unity.
New York has 3.
Mm-hmm. Jets, Giants, and Buffalo.
Yeah.
Aha!
Ooh.
I was on the ball with that one.
You were. Straight up.
Like Beckham doing a one-handed catch. 18th pick is the Green Bay Packers. You got Jair. Wow, I gotta stop trying to do this quickly. Alexander. Jair Alexander. Cute.
He's cute?
I was gonna say QB, but no.
It sounded
was going to say QB, but it's cornerback.
Is he cute? I don't know.
I never seen him.
Sean, oh, he's cute.
Not my type.
I'm sorry.
No, you're red.
Because I'm laughing.
You're almost as red as your mic.
Okay.
You can see it on the video, too.
I'm calm. Okay. What the f...
There's the phone again.
Anyway. Oh, just one. They only like me
Oh,
one
shit,
ring.
we already called her.
They only like me enough to ring once. Oh.
19, Dallas Cowboys. Leighton Van Esk. S-C-H. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I'm loving this.
Linebacker
Poor
from
Sean.
Boise State.
Poor Sean.
Number 20 pick is Detroit Lions. Frank Ragnow. Center from Arkansas.
Arkansas.
21 is the
Yeehaw.
Cincinnati Bengals. They got Billy Price. A center from Ohio State. Good job, Billy. 22 is the Tennessee Titans. They got Rashawn Evans. My knee just popped. He's a linebacker from Alabama. And here we go. For us. Well, me. 23.
What? Ain't no us at this table, son. That's all you.
New England Patriots. Isaiah Wynn. We're going to win. From Georgia. Offensive tackle. 24 is the Carolina Panthers. They got DJ Moore, a wide receiver from Maryland. 25 is the Baltimore Ravens, who cheat like hell.
The Ravens, they hit dirty.
Very.
They are some dirty hitters.
I always hate watching Pats play them or anyone play them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit that should be called by the refs that they just kind of look the other way.
Well, I knew nothing.
And they got Hayden Hurst,
There you go.
a tight end from South Carolina.
Yeah, I don't know what to do for South Carolina.
Too bad the Panthers didn't get him. It would still be in Carolina. List is almost over for anyone who's bored of this shit. 26 is the Atlanta Falcons. They got Calvin Ridley, the wide receiver from Alabama. 27 is a damn Seahawks.
Keep your reign, Seattle.
Yeah, I was going to say Seattle.
Jerks.
They got Rashad Penny. Ooh, a penny. He's in our running
See
back.
ya, Penny. Pick it up.
I'll leave this penny on the ground. The running back from San Diego State. Now, there's one thing I'm leaving out on this. There's a little paragraph about each person here.
Yeah.
I figure if I read those, this is going to take a long time.
Oh, he's saving us all.
Yes, I'm like doing this in half the time.
Sainthood.
28, Pittsburgh Steelers. We got Terrell Edmonds, who's a safety from Virginia Tech. 29 is the Jacksonville Jaguars. They got Taven or Tavan, depending on how they say it. Brian. He's a D tackle from Florida.
Oh,
30.
good. He can just stay in Florida then.
Yeah. He didn't have to go far.
No, he didn't.
Lucky.
Probably didn't even have to unpack his house.
He might have wanted to play for the Jaguars.
There you go.
If he did, his dream just came true.
Jaguars actually were really good last year.
Actually. 30 is the Minnesota Vikings. They got Mike Hughes, a cornerback. Not a cutie.
We don't know. He could be cute.
31, Patriots.
How come the Patriots got two?
I don't know. We did.
All right.
They got Sonny Mitchell, who's a running back from Georgia. I'm sure we need more running backs because they're trading a lot of people now. And last, the fucking Ravens again. They got Lamar Jackson, who's a quarterback.
Cutie.
From Louisville.
Oh, too
That's
funny.
the first round draft.
Oh my goodness. That's all the draft info you could possibly need, want, or desire. Oh!
During editing, we could just kind of bring some quiet little spots together.
Yeah.
How am I yours, Amo?
my goodness. Okay. Have I got something for you?
Yay! I like somethings.
I probably should have got rid of all this mess.
You should have.
Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Anytime. And that concludes tonight's podcast.
No. I hope you're ready. Ready yourself.
Ready.
Don't be drinking. This is...
Good evening, I'm Tom Tucker.
This is... somebody had asked for people to share their funny anesthesia stories. Stories of coming out of anesthesia and having something...
Hallucinations or something?
Yeah, or like what you've said coming out of anesthesia. Excuse me, I have a friend.
I don't want to ride the merry-go-round anymore.
I have a friend who actually came out of anesthesia at a dentist office and took a swing at his aunt and the dentist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he was so messed up on what they gave
Yes.
him. So, this should be fun, and I guarantee it will be.
You know what's still a bummer for me, though, is that these aren't stuff that were done by our listeners.
I'm sorry, if you have a funny anesthesia story, you can absolutely
They don't have
write it.
shit.
They don't have
I
shit.
ask every week.
You can give us a shout out
No one wants to share the stories with us.
At HashtagJustSayinPodcast at gmail.com. On the video, if you go to the YouTube video, you can comment your story. I'll be happy to read it for you on air.
Can we comment?
They can comment, yeah. I opened up the YouTube thing to comments.
Oh.
Which
We've been keeping it disabled for a long time.
I did keep it disabled for a long time because YouTube can be very unkind.
And other people.
It's just how things go. I'm sorry.
Please
Okay.
share.
So here we go.
Share any funny stories you have with us, because I would like to have them here.
Sean would. I feel like I got hit by a train, said a guy who actually got hit by a fucking train.
Well, that makes sense.
After a really bad car accident, I was pinned in the car for an hour while they cut me out. Apparently, the EMT, who I knew from high school, asked how I felt.
Hey,
I said I felt like I got hit by a truck. Also, in shock and very injured, insisted that I could climb out myself if everybody would just back up. Then, on the helicopter ride, I asked if we'd be flying over a volcano and if I could look out the window. Will we be flying over any volcanoes today?
If you're in Hawaii, yes.
This is actually from a doctor. I took care of an 11-year-old boy in the ER a while back. I gave him meds for a fracture reduction, or in other words, setting and splinting of a broken bone. He was coming around, and he started with a typical stream of consciousness babbling, and then he seemed to snap awake and say, I am fucking lit! I'm gonna do so many drugs when I get older. His parents were amused. They thought it was funny and cute, but I'm pretty sure I just created a drug monster.
And that's how parents are these days.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you, son.
Was doing varicose vein surgery on a very posh middle-aged lady. That makes me feel like this is from England. Very cut-class accent. There was an anesthetic that we use that sometimes induces hallucinations, either going under or coming out of anesthesia, and heard funny things. Anyway, this lady was in recovery, just coming out of anesthesia, and the team was around waiting for her to wake up, and she gagged a little on the tube in her throat for breathing, so we knew it was time to remove it. She gagged, we removed the tube, she smacked her lips and said loudly in an incredible accent, "That's the best bit of cock I've had in years." The whole recovery room fell apart laughing. Luckily, she did not remember it. Some of these are kind of dirty.
You think?
I don't apologize.
Now we're talking deep throat in there?
My dad had been given the goofy juice. And was about to be wheeled into surgery. He looks at the anesthesiologist and asks, "Will the nurses have big titties?" My mom and his mom were in the room laughing hysterically. The anesthesiologist laughed and said, "Yeah, you're ready for surgery." When I woke up from having my wisdom teeth removed, I asked the nurse to take me to the beach and release me back into the ocean so I could be with my people. She kept...
mermaid?
I don't know. She kept refusing, so I started accusing her of fiddling with me while I was asleep. I ended up getting moved to a different recovery area, where I was then asked to be quiet because I thought I was listening to Nicki Minaj, but in fact it was just me slaughtering lyrics to an imaginary beat. I'm about to slaughter these lyrics.
Just singing like the Fat Boys.
Yeah. While having dental work done under the influence of laughing gas,
Oh, you make me laugh.
Make me laugh. I, a female mid-teen at the time, tried very hard to flirt with the also female and married dentist. I was not in no way subtle. She was not amused, and it was awkward. Also, I called my husband from the ER once, rambling about how totally amazing it is that we have fingers. They're so helpful. They're always there. They're always little friends you get to carry around everywhere. It didn't take him long to figure out they had me high as a kite, and he was super confused.
Dude, look at these.
You ever get really into your hand? Wow. My father was sitting in the ER with me, and I woke up out of a dead sleep and started talking about the difference between 7.3 and 6.04 diesels. Then I turned around and noticed he had an understandably confused look on his face. He said, "What in the cornbread fuck are you talking about?" What in the cornbread fuck are you talking about?
Cornbread's delicious.
It is. We had a conversation about that subject 2 weeks prior, and apparently I just decided to pick up where we left off. Nice. I had a lump removed a few years ago. The table they had me on was shaped like a T, so my arms were outstretched. As I was passing out, I said to the nurses, "I feel like Jesus." They decided to tell me about it when I awoke. I sang "You Are My Sunshine" at the top of my lungs while being wheeled into the recovery room after knee surgery. My dad, along with my now ex-husband, could hear me clear across the other end of the hallway, even through the laughs and giggles of the nurses. The surgeon still calls me Sunshine when we see each other about town. What's up, Sunshine?
My morning sunshine.
I had jaw surgery last year and decided and started to get really scared as I sat in the hospital and waited to be wheeled into surgery. My mom was with me, and I told her how much I wish my dog was here because snuggling her makes me feel better. Aww. I guess having my dog on my mind turned into some weird thoughts once they gave me drugs, because apparently I started crying out of fear they were going to give me dog teeth. I'll just take the opportunity and do it myself.
Shit.
Dog teeth.
Woof.
When I was, this is from an EMT. When I was doing my clinical rotations, there was a lady who was in the room yelling about how she knows who she is. She stated her full name, age, height, weight, where she was, and why. I thought she was completely lucid until she started shouting,
Moon River.
No, this is real dirty. Alright, I'll do it.
Yes.
I ain't no prostitute, but I can sell this pussy. There was another guy who was also seemed pretty lucid in the emergency room, but he then said, "Can someone tell me why the guy next to me is pregnant? He's freaking me out." Oh my goodness, why is this man pregnant? Good gracious. Oh. When I woke up from surgery, I was hitting on all the nurses. Young, old, man, women, didn't matter. Everyone was called beautiful that day. That's so nice. Everyone's beautiful today. Not me, but my friend got knocked unconscious and hurt her neck, so they gave her pain meds. When they took her for a CT, she was asking why, and the nurse told her they had to take a picture of her brain and she asked if she should smile.
How do you make your brain smile?
Think of puppies. My boyfriend, as he was being wheeled into recovery, yelled to me, "Honey, you can call me Shrek from now on." He has no idea why he wanted me to call him Shrek.
Neither do we.
That's a strange thing to yell. As I was passing out to get my wisdom teeth done, the nurse who was putting me out said something about, "You may feel an itching or burning in your genitals. Please resist the urge to scratch it." And I answered with, "No problem, you can take care of my genitals for me." She answered with, "Maybe I should make it so you don't wake up." As I closed my eyes, that was the last thing I remember.
Well, it depends how she looked. My last words would be,
Oh. After I woke up from open heart surgery, I apparently demanded to see my father. And when he moved into view, I glared at him and said, "You fucking lied to me. This hurt like a motherfucker." Lies! Lies!
The truth will set you free.
I got meds for surgery once, and I had freaky hallucinations. Everything was blue, and I was in this giant maze where the sky was blue. The room was filled with sleeping giants that would randomly turn into vases, and I couldn't move or speak because I didn't want to be killed by them. Besides that, it was rather pleasant. I had no sense of balance and was quite loopy and couldn't stop smiling or laughing. There you go.
The part there that you said blue.
Yeah.
After I just said something from the movie Liar Liar with the...
Yeah. Oh, the pen is blue?
The pen is blue.
The pen is blue.
The pen is blue. The goddamn pen is blue.
It's blue. I'm a roller derby girl who witnessed a teammate break their leg. When the paramedics gave her some pain relief, she went from screaming in pain to saying, "I hope that cute paramedic has to cut off my pants because he might like what he sees."
I want to know the rest of the story, how that turned out.
I don't know. That's where it ends.
Are they dating now?
I don't know. Woke up after an appendectomy. My mom says I couldn't stop talking about how I was no longer wearing underwear. Then I proceeded to tell every person who came to see me in the hospital I was not wearing underwear for 8 hours. Do what makes you happy. There's another appendectomy. I was being put under for my appendectomy. I tried to whisper to the friendly nurse that I didn't have underwear on. I had been told to take it off, but now feeling the effects of the meds, I was concerned about being pantless. Anyway, I shouted to a room full of people. The two good-looking male nurses who brought me down started laughing and quickly left the room. "How does my new penis look?" said a patient after waking up after elbow surgery. Elbow surgery.
Which arm are you thinking about?
Oh my god. I had surgery for endometriosis. Sucked, but it is what it is. So there I am, just coming out of anesthesia, and my hands are just going everywhere, like they have a mind of their own. I was rubbing my face and mumbling. Then I felt an itch in my pubic area. So naturally, I tried to scratch it. I then realized that they shaved my pubes. I began crying and moaning about how my pubes were gone, and that it was going to take forever to grow them back, and how much I missed them. At one point, I believe I was sobbing and yelling that they needed to glue them back on me.
Glue them back on. I look like I'm a toddler.
Oh.
If I could turn back time.
Yeah. After my sister-in-law woke up from her C-section, she asked us if the dog had seen the baby yet. Has the dog seen the baby? He'll be so pleased. For some reason, that's cracking me up. Has the dog seen the baby? We'll never know. We
need updates.
When my friend woke up from general anesthesia after kidney stone removal surgery, he turned to the anesthesiologist, locked eyes with him, and dead straight said, "Did you break my dick?" The guy had to excuse himself from the room. He was laughing so hard, and he never came back. Listen, it's priorities. You gotta get your priorities together. I was on a shit ton of laughing gas and meds after a nearly botched C-section with my youngest kid and told the nurse that she was a twat barnacle and gave the poor girl the finger. My mom said she laughed about it, but I guess I was mad and thought they were laughing at me. I was apparently angry because I couldn't have spaghetti right that second. I like spaghetti too. She would be a twat barnacle for not bringing you spaghetti. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. When... Oh, God. When I got my tonsils removed, I woke up from my anesthesia in a general post-op area. It took me a while to wake up, but when I did, for some reason, I just started yelling, "I'm alive! And I want hash browns!" And I wouldn't stop. I had to go out to a private room because other patients and families were getting worried about the patient yelling, "I'm alive, I'm alive," with bits of, "Who has hash browns?" I eventually started pronouncing hash browns as hasha browns. And the nurses were trying to keep me from yelling because I just got my tonsils removed and said I would be in much more pain. I was in a lot of pain when the drugs wore off. Oh, God. Who has hash browns?
McDonald's.
Yeah. When I got appendicitis, they gave me meds because it felt like someone was trying to burn my stomach. I remember going from screaming, crying from the pain to telling my boyfriend, "I feel like I'm being hugged by a cloud," which is what I thought I said.
I had mine out.
Oh, really?
Back in 91.
You should have got the meds this chick got.
No, 90. Mm-hmm.
Which is what I thought I said, but in reality, he said I just murmured, "Clouds, hugs." He did a what the fuck face, then said I started swaying side to side with my arms crossed, saying, "Cloud hugs." And cloud hugs! Fuck! Oh, I'm trying to, get through these quick. Oh, my goodness. My best friend broke his collarbone, and here's a list of the best things that he said.
Oh, good.
We were walking into the emergency room, and he said hello to everyone.
Hello.
And then he sees a nurse and blurts out, "Wow, you are very attractive."
I thought he was going to say, "Wow, you're hot."
Very attractive. Anytime we were alone together, he would whisper, which was more of a yell than a whisper, to me about how much he wanted to fuck this girl he had a crush on. He kept saying, "Do you think lunch boxes are sad when they're empty?" He would say, "Shit, man, I'm so horny," and the ambulance driver was sitting right next to him when he said this. "I love my grandmother so much. She's so lovely. Have you met her? She's so great." He wasn't talking to me. He was talking to a nurse. Oh my goodness. When I had 2 molars removed, the first one shattered or something, and a specialist had to be called in. I was high as a kite, and he introduced himself as Dr. Jesse whatever. Instead of saying, "Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you," I yelled, "Ha ha, science, bitch!" I also remember being really proud of myself for breathing because he told me for over an hour while high that I was doing a good job breathing. I woke up in recovery because someone was moaning, which was me. A doctor was bent over the patient next to me. I was patting his ass saying, "It's okay, you're just waking up. It's okay." Now I'm making him cough.
I got lightheaded on that one.
Oh, God, no.
Whoa.
It's okay, you're just waking up. Oh.
Shit.
After I got my wisdom teeth out, I lined up all the health food cereal, knocked it on the floor, and cried out, "This is bird food, Mom!" After I had my wisdom teeth out, I asked the dentist if I could paint butterflies on his mailbox. Can I paint your mailbox, please?
Butterflies.
Oh. My goodness. Whew. When I was given something right before I was wheeled in for a colonoscopy and upper GI, I loudly, through the hall with patience, told the nurse to warn the doctor because the internet led me to believe my butthole was higher than normal. I was concerned he would get lost. I was heavily mocked after the procedure, and I totally deserved it. The internet has led me to believe. Oh my God. I had surgery a few months back, and my mom said that while I was being wheeled in the recovery room, I kept shouting, "Marijuana is the spice of life!"
Snoop Dogg will second that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. While getting my tonsils removed, I was put under anesthesia, and the dentist, that shouldn't be a dentist. Whatever.
I'm a dentist.
Whatever. And they were wearing one of those colorful shirts with butterflies on it. Apparently, I was super into her butterflies, poked her breast the entire operation, and kept saying, "What beautiful butterflies!"
Nice butterflies. Can I paint your mailbox?
Oh my God. I recently got surgery on my foot, and while still high, my mother recorded me saying things like, "Where's my foot? My fucking foot! Mom, the communists took my foot! Where's my foot? All I have is a snub. They took my foot and left me with a snub." I got pissed because they didn't have Coke but had Pepsi. Pepsi? Who the fucking hell drinks Pepsi? Fuck Pepsi. Well, Sean does. I called the nurse Samantha.
And Marty McFly.
Called the nurse Samantha, pretty sure her name was Brittany. Yelled at somebody named Susan.
She's back from bowling.
Yeah. I claimed to have 9 children. Apollo and Dante being my favorite too.
I wish we were there for this one.
And Susan being my least favorite child, who I have locked in the basement, and we don't even have a basement.
See? She's a bitch.
Cried because I had to pee and sang a song called "Let Me Be." And cried, oh God, and sang a song called "Let Me Be." Cried because I want fucking chicken nuggets. When asked how I was going to eat them because I was high, I said something about ripping them into pieces, putting them in a bowl of honey mustard, and then I'd eat it like soup. When my mom got her knee replacement, she kept telling everyone she saw she was a happening chick. I am a happening chick.
What's up?
Oh my goodness. In boot camp, I had all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled, shattered, and picked out. I was awake, local anesthesia only, and didn't feel a thing. But the pain meds they gave me had me doing shit like pretending to be Chancellor Palpatine. I would just say, "Do it," over and over. I'd switch it up sometimes and say, "I can feel your anger. Give in to the dark side." Because of my sore throat, I sounded pretty spot on. My girlfriend proclaimed after wisdom teeth removal, "Do you think they call it sand because it's between the sea and the land?" My mind's blown with that one. That's pretty spot on.
Good point.
It is a good point. It is a good point. Oh God. One time I was putting on socks and yelled out loud, "These are hosts for my little leg monsters." I'm dying.
Oh shit.
My father had to have his pancreas taken out, and while I was not there for anesthesia, I was there for the morphine-induced coma that happened for the next 24 hours. Mostly he slept, but every now and then he would say something in his sleep, or wake up for a brief moment and say something. Here are my favorites. Jim Shoulder invented shoulder pads. Designed me a bridge. It has to be 24 feet long by 2 feet wide. They shaved me. It was kinky. And my personal favorite, when he suddenly woke up, looked at me with surprise, and said, "I think Taylor Swift is gay." Whatever, I don't know.
I don't know how that pops in your head.
I don't know either. My mom had surgery for sinuses, and my dad accidentally recorded the entire drive home.
Accidentally?
Yeah, I know. Highlights are...
Oops.
My mom yelling, "Oh my God." My dad says, "What?" My mom says, "Chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets are the shit." Also, that stupid front desk lady asked me how I felt, and I said hungry as a joke, and she wrote it down. Then the doctor saw it, and everybody fucking laughed. They're laughing at you. Oh, man. A girl had just woken up after breast augmentation, hadn't even left the OR yet, and immediately asked if it was still happy hour, and started ordering drinks for her and her non-existent friends. Then she asked us why we were all wearing scrubs and told us to take them off because it made her feel like she was in a hospital. Oh, when I got my wisdom teeth out, I woke up and had a very sincere conversation with my nurse about how male seahorses and penguins take care of their babies. And how great is that? And isn't nature neat? Oh. Hang on a second. I felt a cough on deck. Alright. My brother-in-law told us once that a patient of his, while on the table screaming, "You can't let my wife know about the whore. No whore! Just the wife, not the whore!" for 5 minutes. Turns out he was massively into role play, and his wife would pretend she was a whore. Sure.
So in her mind, she's probably laughing about it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Everyone else is probably wondering what the hell's going on in this relationship.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, God. After my C-section, I was in recovery and was in and out of sleeping. So this is right before Halloween, like a couple of days. In my dream, my husband found the candy I was hiding, and I yelled out loud, "No, that's for Halloween!" And I woke up as I said it, and I realized I said it really loud. No. That's for Halloween. Oh, post-wisdom teeth, I trounced on my dentist's office, refusing to leave or sit still, and loudly demanded my dad read me a story. I was 18 at the time.
You sit on his lap, too?
He gave up on trying to wrangle me and actually just sat down and read me a highlights magazine while I clapped and giggled gleefully. Then I succumbed to leaving and proceeded to drool blood all over his car.
Ew. That's nasty.
It is. After my mom's knee surgery, the nurse came in and asked how she felt. Without missing a beat, my mom said, "If you ask me that again, I'm going to rip my leg off and beat you to death with it." I fell off the chair laughing. When she finally came to, she was mortified and insisted on seeing the nurse again so she could apologize.
Or beat her.
Or beat her to death. When I was 11, I broke and dislocated my thumb playing football. The nurse had to pop my thumb back into place and make it as painless process as possible. I was given what was probably too large a dosage. I don't remember the operation, but my mother explained that she had to physically restrain me because I kept singing Michael Jackson songs and trying to climb off the bed to perform a moonwalk. Then apparently at one point I gave a very passionate speech about the importance of following your dreams.
That's awesome, because last Saturday I went to Foxwoods.
Oh, did you?
And got to play my favorite video game there. Or, not really a video game, but...
Slot game?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It was Michael Jackson.
Oh, nice.
I've been kind of on a MJ kick all week now, listening to songs and putting together a CD of all my favorites.
CD. Very nice.
Make your own. CDs.
Ah.
I did.
After surgery to get my wisdom teeth removed, I guess I was still loopy in the car. I wanted to draw something, but all I had was a pen. I asked my mom for paper, but she said she didn't have any. So I said, I guess I don't need this anymore. And then I threw the pen at her.
The goddamn pen is blue.
Yep.
Bitch.
I've got 2 stories. Well, you only get one. The first comes from an unfortunate series of events in my freshman year of high school that led me to needing a colonoscopy. What the fuck happened? Well, I get to the hospital on the day of having spent the day before shitting out food that I thought, oh my goodness, he went into a long big thing about poop. The nurse the nurse hooks me into a saline IV and then says they're going to give me something to relax me. Before they take me in, she injects something into the IV and the whole world felt like it dilated. And my brain had been dipped in hardening. My only response to this, and the last thing I remember before waking up in the recovery room, is saying, relax me my ass.
What do you say, relax his ass? Okay.
Yeah. My second is, when I got my wisdom teeth out, they started the anesthesia process with a topical swab, then the injection of lidocaine, and then laughing gas. Boy, you got the whole round. And then finally they set up the full anesthetic to put me under. The last thing I remember saying is, why don't you just hit me with a fucking hammer, too? My goodness.
Don't tempt them.
I know. Oh, this one's one of my favorites. Right before I got my wisdom teeth out, my dad had mentioned he got me a box of popsicles to eat when I came home.
Yummy.
When I woke up from the anesthesia, my dad was standing next to my chair. I spent 5 minutes laughing at his mustache. Then I stopped laughing enough to speak, and I asked if the surgery was over. When he said yes, I yelled, yeah, popsicle time! Popsicle time. My little brother was trying to act all macho and ended up shooting himself in the foot with his pellet gun. They ended up drugging him, and when they clamped the heart monitor on his finger, he took it off, giggled for a bit because it looked like a duck beak, and then started yelling, Affleck.
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 We ain't sponsoring us either.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Somebody.
That's right.
Sponsor us.
Yeah. I had my first surgery back in April, and right as they started putting me under, I looked at my ENT in the eyes and said, this feels funny, but I'm a fighter. Then rambled something about flying to Canada before getting knocked out. While under, I did indeed dream that I flew to Canada, but I was trying to hug a moose, and the moose had wings, so I slipped and broke my butt. When I woke up, I was ranting about how mean the moose was, and how stupid fish cartoons were, because on the TV, Finding Nemo was on.
Sorry, dude, Canada's closed.
Only 2 more of these. Sitting in ICU after brain surgery, my wife, my mother, and my mother-in-law came to visit. Before they left, my wife kissed me goodbye, and I said, whoa, honey, don't get me too excited. They still got that catheter in. Gross. Oh, I had an angiogram, and a good friend of mine came to see me pretty soon after surgery. My first words to him were, can you believe they shaved my balls for this? Boom. Oh.
Another toddler.
Oh. I need air now.
Yeah, you do. That's a hell of a list.
Some of them were really funny. I told you.
Yes.
It's popsicle time.
Yay!
Oh, so how was your Foxwoods trip?
That's pretty good.
Yeah? Did you guys just gamble your asses off?
Well, I spent a little time doing the Michael Jackson machine.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really win much.
Aw.
That machine, it takes a while for it to actually warm up.
Yeah.
Before you start winning. Like Jelly Machine. Winning! But after a little bit, we just kind of walked around.
Yeah.
Killing time, waiting to see Wanda Sykes.
Oh, you went to see Wanda Sykes?
Yep.
Did you enjoy the show?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Very funny. Wasn't at the very top like we were last time for Enrique Iglesias.
Oh my goodness.
Gabriel.
Yes.
I said Enrique.
Oh, that's somebody else.
Yeah, very different.
Gabriel
Iglesias.
I'm trying to think of an Enrique Iglesias song and I can't. Oh well.
I don't know either.
Donde esta?
Hasta aquí.
That's all I got. Don't ask her.
Muy bueno.
Oh, muche, bueno. Muche, bueno.
Yeah, we had like the first section of the floor.
Yeah.
Then you have some stairs. Go up to the next section.
Yeah.
That's where we were.
Oh.
Front row. Thanks to Tab. My favorite number is 26, and she picked seats 26 and 28.
Oh, wow.
Which they're actually next to each other.
I was going to say, wait a minute, 26 and 28? We use like 2 seats away?
Hey.
Let me know how you like the show.
Tag, you're it.
We'll meet up after.
No, for some reason the seats are like 26, 28 next to each other.
That's weird.
Very.
Okay.
The show was great, and then afterwards I went back to Michael Jackson Machine. It's the only one there I play.
Okay.
I don't care about any other one.
So you didn't win big enough to quit your job, huh?
Nope. There was one time where I put 20 in and I was starting to lose a little, and then all of a sudden I just won like $27.
Oh, cool.
And then I ended up losing like 5 of that or something before I cashed out.
Okay.
Like, nope, this ain't happening to me again.
There you go.
Collect.
Some people don't know when to quit.
Too legit to quit.
Ooh, like Hammer. He knew when to quit.
Yeah, it's called bankruptcy. That tells you when to quit.
My bank account told me to quit.
Selling his custom-made house had to tell him to quit.
Ooh.
I only know that because there's a documentary thing on Reels or something
really?
last week.
That soon? Last week?
Yeah.
Wow, we're still talking about Hammer?
Yeah.
Good for them, I guess.
We're talking about a lot of people.
They're talking shit about so many people, Terry, you don't even know. Oh my goodness, it's popsicle time. Oh, God.
That was a great night.
Oh, good. That's good.
At first, I thought we were going to be staying over in a hotel somewhere, but we did not.
Oh, you didn't?
No, we actually got there quick, and we got home quick.
Okay.
There's no point.
There's no point. Well, just...
At first, that was going to be like a 2-hour drive, but only ended up being like a little over an hour.
Oh.
Traffic was that good for us.
Wow. I guess nobody was going to Connecticut that night. Worked out for you.
It might have been Rhode Island area.
No?
Kind of slow us down a little bit. Wasn't bad.
Well, Rhode Island tends to slow things down. They're jerks that way.
It's like Thursdays. Slow you down to get to Friday.
I reckon so. Well, at least you didn't come back like 300 in the hole.
Nope.
I know people who are just like, oh, I'm gonna get my money back, and then you never get your money back.
Tab and I saw people that were just sitting at the same thing for like over an hour. Some of them had the cards that had money on it, which we assume had like over $300 or something. When we first got there, and the first thing I looked for was that Michael Jackson machine. So of course the machine's built so you got 3 seats. Like I'm here, this person's there, and that person's over there. So you're not next to each other, which is fun.
Yeah.
But that machine's always got someone on it, so you gotta kind of wait.
Oh, okay.
Luckily for me, one of the 3 left about 10 minutes after we got there. But we were watching this one woman. She just sat there very casually with a purse on her lap. I think she had one of those cards that had money on it.
Yeah.
In the machine. So she just sat there like she was gonna live there.
I'm paying rent here now.
Well, you gotta see the video version of this for this.
Getting pizza delivered there now and everything.
I was waiting for something like that to happen. She's just sitting there casually with a purse, hitting that button.
Yeah, Jesus.
Touch the screen. Like she had no other place to be in her life.
She probably didn't.
I'm standing there thinking to myself, get out of that seat.
Get out of that seat.
I've been waiting months to come back here and play this.
Oh my goodness. Well,
but Tab and I are people that hate losing money.
Yeah.
So we're careful about like how much we use and how long we're on the machines. The thing that happens with me on that machine is you'll put 20 in, you'll start going down, you'll win a little bit, so you're going up and down like sex. Giggity, giggity. And then all of a sudden you start going down till you're like $2 to $4 range.
Yeah.
And then you start getting a little money. So it's, it's not like I was sitting there throwing 10s and 20s in there all night.
Ooh.
I was hoping what happened to me the first time would happen to me again, but it didn't.
Which was?
It's my mom and her aunt brought me and Tab there to check out the place and try the machine. She gave me like when you don't use what's left of the money when you cash out, it comes out as like a ticket or a voucher.
Yeah.
And you gotta go put it in some other machine to get the cash, but you
Okay.
don't get the change. The change that you get is on another voucher,
Ugh.
which means you can just go use that on the machine, get rid of it, or give it to someone else that's on the machine.
Oh. Okay.
But I forgot what I was gonna say.
You went there with your mom and your aunt and Tabs the first time you went there, and she gave you a thing.
The voucher. It was for $2.
Okay.
I ended up turning that into $94.
Holy
And then I stayed on there
cornbread fuck.
And I ended up staying on there too long. My mother was supposed to be my coach and tell me to cash out when I was getting lower.
I love this.
Instead of $94, I left there at the $30 mark.
Aw.
I've been sour about it ever since.
Oh my god, he's carrying around the pain.
Yep. I was hoping to have that luck again, but I didn't.
I don't know what to say.
Hopefully next time.
You never know.
We'd like to go back a few months.
You never
Gabriel
know.
Iglesias
Yeah.
is supposed to be coming back again,
Nice.
so we might try to go there again.
Cool.
My mom and my aunt go there like every month, once a time.
Wow.
Maybe we can go back every 3 or 4 months.
I'd Mohegan.
Haven't been
Just
there.
so I can go to Margaritaville. That's selfish. I don't.
No, it ain't.
I don't gamble.
Go where you like.
Yeah. Mohegan's alright. My problem with Mohegan is it's like,
Do what you like.
yeah, it's like there's no like. It's like if I went there just for Margaritaville, right? It's not like I could park the car near there and go in and out.
Mhm.
It's like I gotta park. You gotta park in the specific thing, and it's like you gotta walk all the way the fuck around the casino.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're doing this to try to get me to gamble. I understand. It's not gonna work. My gamble is going into Margaritaville and getting a cheeseburger. Because you never know what's gonna happen.
Right.
So, oh my goodness.
We got lucky without parking.
Oh, that's cool.
Because, see, we didn't get the parking until the 5th level.
Ew.
But we were like, 20 feet away from the door.
Mm.
Like the elevator. So
Mm-hmm.
we didn't have a long walk across the garage, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
But one thing that sucked,
Yeah?
at one point when I was thirsty, we were going to go into one of the stores in there.
Mm.
$3.50 for this.
Oh, for a 20-ounce soda?
Yep.
20-ounce bottle of soda. Almost $4.
We said, hell no.
I'd say hell no, too.
And then I reminded her that at the elevators in the parking lot, there's soda machines.
Mm.
$2. All right, we'll take that.
Still.
We go in the elevator. We go back down to that area. We were both trying a $5 bill because it says it takes 1s and 5s.
Yeah.
Kept giving the 5 back to us.
Oh.
Fuck you too. So I used my debit card. That worked. We got a nice looking Pepsi like this.
Yeah.
Warm.
Oh.
Like the refrigerator part of it wasn't even working, or like they just filled them.
Oh.
It was warm.
Gross.
I can still have like this, but kind of grossed out about.
I actually prefer room temperature soda, but not like warm.
I like it cold. But I'll have it either way. Like this right here is almost room temperature right now. That's,
Oh my goodness.
I'm saving it for the ride home now. For later.
Well, it's almost later. It is later now.
Yeah.
It is later now. Thank you so much for joining us again. Remind you to go back and listen to last week's episode. It's funny. This episode was pretty funny. Hope you enjoyed it.
Me too.
Sean hopes you enjoyed it. We all hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the video, you can check out our YouTube channel, #JustSayinPodcast. We also have location videos where we go to these weird, cool locations.
And hopefully we'll be doing it again soon. I'm
Hopefully.
excited. I'm looking forward to it. The warm weather's finally getting here.
What else can I plug? You can email us if you have any kind of weird story, anesthesia.
I wish they would, but they're not.
Whatever kind of story, you can either comment on the video or you can email us. #JustSayinPodcast@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on the Twitter. You can listen to the audio version of the podcast if you're not listening already.
Watch us.
Um,
We don't do anything exciting.
It's cough free, I promise. It's on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. I got all my plugs out of the way. Now I can shut the fuck up.
About time.
I'm gonna go have popsicles.
Yeah.
Deuce.
Popsicle time.
Yeah.
Pop me one. Have a good everything. Science, bitch.